We just drank 12 beers each and solved the staircase murder.
Let's see how they did it. Welcome back to Cold Cases.
I'm Rusty.
I'm Cayson.
Today, each of these gentlemen is gonna drink 12 beers, and after each beer, they will unlock a new clue and try to solve one of America's most haunting cases, the death of Kathleen Peterson.
Ooh. So sad.
Now, there are detectives that have solved this case, but they did so completely sober. What we are attempting to test here is if in your altered state, you can unlock something that maybe they didn't catch.
I knew it! I knew it!
Perhaps reach a new conclusion, because they didn't get hammered at all.
Right.
Not even a little.
It's like they weren't even trying.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Ready.
All right, so once you've each finished your beer, you bring it over to me. I'll give you the first piece of evidence, and we'll get into it.
Let's do it. I will say probably the coldest the beers have ever been.
Should we just get into it? I don't know anything about this.
It must be such a slap in the face. Imagine being the real detective that did it and then seeing a video being like, I don't know. They didn't
Probably wasn't trying.
Yeah, they didn't black out.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Willie!
Come on in, boys. Who's ready for their first clue?
This guy.
Now it's time for your first piece of evidence. I couldn't really hear what you're saying. You know anything about Kathleen Peterson?
No, we
No,
don't.
nothing.
She's a woman.
Dead.
She died.
Dead woman.
She died.
Could have been a woman.
This is Kathleen Peterson.
Oh, this is like kind of recent.
On December 9th, 2001, Kathleen Peterson was
Way too
found.
recent.
What? It's pieces of paper I've never seen.
Kathleen Peterson was found dead in her home in Durham, North Carolina, at the bottom of their back staircase.
That's it. Love it. Okay.
All right, that's all we need.
Hey, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, all right?
I would love nothing more.
So, this is right on the edge of Duke's campus.
Yes.
Can we just say it? My knee-jerk reaction is it was probably the lacrosse team, right?
I mean, it was around that time where they were kind of popping off.
Those guys were wild.
It was right in that era.
Kathleen found dead. Here's a question for you. When you were a kid, why would you be at the bottom of your staircase?
You slid down it on a blanket.
Okay. Your mom
jump down
your
the
mom
stairs.
put you in a
Timeout.
timeout. Is there a chance she got put in timeout and somebody forgot to take her out?
I mean, I'm not going to rule it out. I think if we're going lacrosse player vibes, they're a big push group.
She got cross-checked down the stairs.
Yeah.
Suspect number one is the lacrosse team. Theory number two is
Whoever put her in timeout.
got put in a timeout, someone forgot to take her out of it.
That's pretty much all we have to go on right now, so I kind of like it.
You wanna have another beer? I've never felt like we've gotten off to a hotter start.
I mean, we have two solid theories. Usually we barely have one by now.
Usually we don't even know what planet we're on yet.
Exactly.
Ooh, do you guys think we'll ever do like a crime from like another planet? Really?
Come on over!
Come on over!
All right, we got some good theories.
Coach Kavanaugh is my first guess.
Are they wet? Get them nice and wet.
They are soaking. I'm good at my job. All right.
Wait, in this context, your job is soaking photos.
Time for the next piece of evidence.
So good.
I love you, buddy.
This is Kathleen Peterson pictured with her husband, Michael Peterson. Michael Peterson discovered her body and called the police the night she was found dead. 2:40 in the morning. She was dead at the bottom of the stairs. There was blood splattered everywhere. He had been outside drinking some vino on the patio.
He's a guy.
Allegedly
He's a guy.
came inside, found her, called the police, and said, "Oh my God, wife."
That's what he said.
They're like, what?
It's a 911.
Oh my God, wife!
And this, he was an author, and this is a book he wrote. He also served in the military. He briefly ran for mayor.
But I knew a guy who was the mayor of Portland.
Was it cool?
No, he's like a boner.
Can't say boner on the show.
Cock?
Yes.
Cayson, let's do a little thought exercise here. You're Michael Peterson, okay? You have just released The Immortal Dragon. Life's good.
Yeah, it's doing well.
You're having a glass of deep red. Did Willie say that he heard a scream?
No, I think he just came in
He just
after
came
a couple
in,
of glasses.
blood
just to check
splattered
it out.
everywhere.
Yeah.
He calls the police, he said, oh my God, wife. That implies that she died quietly, or he fucking knew it was happening and ignored it. Or he did it himself.
It's possible. Look how big the house is. Like, it's very possible. We're not really sure where the staircase is. Like, if she fell over here and the patio was like back here, he might not have heard her.
I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't hear like a scream.
I mean, if she did fall or get pushed down the stairs, it's possible she like hit her head right away and then wasn't like yelling. Was just,
How
like,
would the
knocked
blood
out.
splatter?
I mean,
Like
if you're
head
rolling-
on the ground.
Yeah, you're rolling down steps. What's the subtitle of this book? The Towering Epic Novel of Exotic 19th Century Vietnam.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, I did not know it was about Vietnam.
I think we're gonna need more evidence.
I think we do.
All right.
Okay.
The Immortal Dragon sounds like a game you download on like Steam.
It sounds like a sick movie with like Jackie Chan and like Luke Wilson.
If Jackie Chan and Luke Wilson were in a movie called The Immortal Dragon, that would do like $400 million at the box office.
Yeah.
You ever like stretch before you go out? Like, you're like, I know I'm gonna go nuts tonight. I might as well like get a good like butterfly in.
Yeah, you don't want to pull anything.
Right.
No, I used to just like jump to get the blood flowing a little bit.
You know they say you're supposed to jump 50 times the second you wake up?
No.
I have been doing that.
You wake up and you jump 50 times. Why?
Apparently it's like good for you.
You'd wake up and immediately go like this.
All right, buddy, come on.
All right. Cheers.
I love you.
Willie!
Come on over.
All right, Willie.
I feel like the energy's really good in here today.
Time for our next piece of evidence. This is an official screenshot of the 911 call. No, I'm just kidding. This is just a representation of it. I'm gonna play the 911 call for you.
Oh, what? We have it?
We have the 911 call.
To get that, did you call 911 yourself? And screenshot it?
Yes. And then I said, sorry, just doing cold cases. He actually called 911 twice that night, 6 minutes apart. First time he called, he says that she's still breathing. 6 minutes later, he calls again, and that's the call you're gonna hear.
Are you positive this is real? It sounds like he's acting.
That's
I guess, yeah, I guess that's like, okay.
Yeah. I have some opinions on
I do
this.
too. What do you got?
Should we debrief?
Oh, right when we were gonna talk about it. I got a couple things, Cayson.
Go for it.
My first thing. Holy shit, what was I just gonna say?
All right, I think the fact that he made 2 911 calls is a red flag. Like, as soon as you get on the phone with 911, they keep you on the line.
Yeah, until they arrive.
Why did he make a second call?
Honestly, if my wife is like about to die, and a woman's like, oh my God, calm down. How many stairs did she fall down? I'd be like, why does it matter? She's at the bottom of them. Like she relays that to the ambulance and that dictates how fast they drive. Like if he was like 100 stairs, they'd be like, oh my God, we have to get there immediately. I'm not crazy, it totally sounds like he's acting, right?
Yeah, have you ever seen the murders?
Yeah, and he's like, my boy, my wife and my boy.
My boy,
And I'm the lawyer in town. As a man of the arts myself, I was the dad in Legally Blonde. I know someone who's kind of like mailing in their lines. Him being like, 15, 20? I don't know. Like that to me, it feels like he...
Wait, you were the dad in Legally Blonde?
Isn't that pretty cool?
In like a play?
I had like one line and like a little bit of singing, but my main thing was I had to come out and I have to go, law school, and then everyone, that's like it. And then I just break into like a 2-minute song. What were we talking about again?
Sounds like he's acting, yes.
It sounds like he wasn't expecting her to be like, how many stairs? And it threw him off. I would say now our only suspect, obviously, Michael Peterson.
We could probably put the lacrosse team in the back burner for right now.
I would go Michael Peterson, Coach Kavanaugh. Let's get in a groove here. Let's just go bang, 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 fast.
Let's do it. Not even think about it.
Willie, pull up, squad. And now, your next piece of evidence. I have the full autopsy report for Kathleen Peterson.
Well, that seems important. I'm glad it's sopping wet.
I would love to point your attention to page 7.
Ooh, all right, Rusty, page 7 here. There was also a fracture with the associated hemorrhage of the left superior cornu of the thyroid cartilage in the neck. So her neck got messed up. Her BAC was 0.07.
She's got a decent buzz going.
She's got about, I think, what you guys are probably operating.
In my opinion, the cause of death in this case was due to severe concussive injury of the brain caused by multiple blunt force impacts of the head. Blood loss from the deep scalp lacerations may have also played a role in her death. The number, severity, locations, and orientation of these injuries are inconsistent with the fall downstairs. Instead, they are indicative of multiple impacts received as a result of beating.
Whoa!
Could be a smoking gun right here.
That is our smoking gun.
Great piece of evidence here.
Just like lose your mind. We could also use my page too. Yep, white not of Hispanic origin, 47 female. My page isn't pretty.
Our boy Michael right here, he was on the back patio drinking wine. We mean to say he was doing that until like 3 o'clock in the morning?
Oh my God, yeah, wait, I didn't even think about that.
Why was he out so late, just drinking wine? There's no like,
Oh my God.
He's not like playing Spotify on his phone. What is he doing back there?
Yeah. Okay, all right.
People didn't stay up that late back then. What are you gonna do?
Angry Birds didn't exist. Cayson, well done here. This is even further incriminating, which is the death was ruled at around 2:40 in the morning. Unbelievably late. You know what they always say? Nothing good happens after
2 a.m.
He was up way too fucking late. They got into some argument. He, according to the autopsy, beat her probably, and then staged it like she fell down the stairs and called at 2:40 in the morning. Does that sound reasonable?
That sounds like exactly what happened.
We're making some headway
We're
here.
cooking. Do you think this is what like real detectives do? Not that we're like not real detectives, but do you think like halfway through the case we're like, dude, is there anything better than like getting a pocket knife for Christmas? But I think if they see this, FBI, if you're listening, take notes.
There should be like an FBI like booze unit where they're like
1000%.
if a case is kind of like reached a dead end, we're waiting in a room and they're like, boys, get hammered and figure this out.
All right, we're doing good, right?
We're actually at a pretty good clip right now, yeah.
All right.
That was my fastest one yet.
Do you know which coach has the most wins in college football history? John Gallardi of St. John's University D3. He's got over 700 wins.
Horseshit. That's kind of like when I say like Rollins beat University of Florida back in the day, but it was like 5-3.
Our next piece of evidence.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that looks
You
sopping.
get them too wet.
They're wet now. In this show, they get wet now, and I need you to fucking catch up with the times.
They're wet now.
They're wet and you're behind. This is missing from the house after the death occurs. A blow poke. Like use it for like a fire. There was speculation that whoever had killed her, if someone had killed her, had used it and then gotten rid of it to destroy the evidence. Later, it was produced and it was not bloodied. It was not bent. It had cobwebs on it allegedly. It was produced by Michael Peterson's son in the garage. They had sort of a convoluted family. So they had 5 kids. One of them was her daughter from a previous marriage. 2 of them were his sons from a previous marriage, and 2 of them were girls that he had taken custody of after their parents had passed away. They shared no biological children with one another. But the police searched for it, no one found it, and then all of a sudden it turns up.
And his son was the one that found it.
Yeah.
It seems...
So detectives show up to the house. They're like, every good house has a blowpoke. I don't see one around
Yeah,
here.
how did they notice it was
And
going?
he was like, yeah, I don't know where it went. Presumably like weeks go by. How long does a cobweb take to...
It's like a cobweb would
You know
have
what
to
I
be
mean?
at least months.
It's also like if you know a guy, like I could get cobwebs on probably anything like tonight.
There should be an app nowadays for cobwebs. You should be able to order cobwebs.
Postmates for
We
cobwebs.
have cars that drive themselves, and you're telling me I can't get a cobweb. But here's the thing: his son, I assume it's one of his biological ones, right?
I believe this is his only biological.
He's gonna ride for his dad. He can easily just make up, like, oh, I found it in the garage. There's a bunch of cobwebs on it. And like Michael, if his fire poke is missing, you don't lose a fire poke.
If there's one thing in your house that like is kind of in a fixed location, it's the blowpoke.
Also, he looks like he's holding a wand. That looks like a huge wand.
He's like, and this is the blowpoke, and then it like goes like, wow, and it's like gone. Everyone's like, oh my god, he's a magic lawyer. It's curious that your wand, your blowpoke has this feather because its brother gave you that very scar.
Nailed it. Yeah. I mean, he looks.
We have 2 options here.
Yes.
1, we take the son at face value and we believe him that they found the right blowpoke, it had nothing on it, or he purchased a similar blowpoke, was like, I'm just gonna leave it by the spiders for a couple weeks, see if they can add a couple cobwebs. And then he's like, oh, it's here in the garage. There are no fires in the garage. Why would it ever be there?
Exactly. Even if it was missing, you can have a missing murder weapon and it'd still be found. Like they never found OJ's knife, but he got off scot-free.
Do we trust the son, or do we think
I don't think it matters that much if we trust the son, because he's still our #1 guy no matter what. You can have 2 blowpokes if you want. One for murdering and
Look
one
at
for
this
the
house.
fire.
Oh my god, we didn't even think about this.
There's 1 chimney.
No, there are 4 chimneys.
There's 4 chimneys?
You're telling me you got 4 chimneys and 1 blowpoke? That math ain't mathin'. to
Something
me.
doesn't add up.
Something doesn't add up here. Or what if the detective was like, I can't find any of the 4 blowpokes?
Did you play baseball at all?
Yeah.
When's the last time you turned two? Everybody turns two for the last time once.
Yeah.
It's sad.
We're on a roll here.
I say this most times. I've never been more confident that we're on the right path.
I also like the reward of these ones where they pick one where we already got the guy. 'Cause usually we're just hammered, and then you're like, I think the Malaysian government was at fault. To solving cases.
Let's do it, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
Love you.
Never mind,
Willie.
Never mind, I'll find
someone like you. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said, sometimes it lasts in love. And here's your next piece of evidence.
Whoa. Come on, baby. Yes.
An old lady.
And that's it.
And the lights just go up. This is Elizabeth Ratliff. So do you remember earlier when I mentioned that Michael Peterson had 2 children that were not biologically his, but that he had sort of taken on when a family friend had passed away?
Yeah.
That family friend was Elizabeth Ratliff. Her husband, George, had died previously, and Elizabeth Ratliff lived next door to Michael Peterson in Germany. He was in the military, remember? So he lived in Germany.
All roads lead to Germany.
He and his first wife were at dinner there, a little dinner party. Everyone went home. He stayed back to help put the daughters to bed. Elizabeth Ratliff was found dead at the bottom of the staircase the following morning. He was never, ever suspected or accused. And he then took custody of her 2 daughters, ended up living with him back in the US, and she was dead the rest of her life.
I understand like the nature of the show. Like we kind of like work through these things, but like
we could wrap it up.
we could have just at the beginning been like, this guy, every woman he hangs out with falls down the stairs and dies.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing? He says he didn't do it.
Oh.
We're so close.
Here's kind of where we stand. It feels like we've honed in on our primary suspect.
Yeah.
Now let's try to establish a motive. For the sake of argument, assume that he pushed both of these women down the stairs or killed both of them and staged the down the stairs thing. Maybe he saw it work with Elizabeth Ratliff and then it came up again and he knew that was a good way to cover his tracks. Why do you think he would be so inclined to kill women down the stairs?
I'm gonna answer your question with a question.
It's my favorite way to answer a
What
question.
is man's greatest desire? Why is man put on earth?
To succeed.
To have kids.
Okay.
To continue his offspring, his name. So he has one kid of his own. It's possible at some point, maybe during Vietnam, he became infertile. He wanted more people with the Peterson name.
Right.
And he sees this wonderful German lady.
Right.
Great genes. These 2 kids are great. They'd be great Petersons. I want those kids. She's obviously not gonna give them up.
Seeing someone else's kids and going, these kids make great Petersons. You're implying he was in Vietnam, hollow point blew off his beanbag.
His vas deferens just
Yeah.
got snipped in 2
Oh, you
seconds.
think like an accidental vasectomy? He was running perpendicular to the battle and one
Yeah, I mean,
he saw Elizabeth Ratliff's kids and he was like, you ever played Agario?
no,
Have you ever played Snake.io?
no.
He saw them, he was like, I can't make kids of my own. I will acquire those kids by any means necessary.
Yeah.
So he kills Elizabeth Ratliff, adopts her kids, and brings them to America. So now he gets the itch, right? He's like, this is so much easier than like conceiving a child.
Exactly.
He's like, I don't have to wait 9 months, I can just take someone else's kid.
Exactly.
So he does it with Elizabeth for the original motive of gaining more Petersons. Now back to Kathleen. An argument breaks out. He hits her in the head or something. What do you do if you've just killed your wife and you've gotten away with a previous murder? Do it the same way.
the exact same way.
Because you know that this worked. Okay, what if the argument between him and his wife was acquiring more Petersons? He's like, we don't have one together. I have my own son, that's a Peterson, but we need to like keep it in-house. She's like, I'm 47 years old. I don't want a new kid. Things escalate. It's 2:40 in the morning. He hits her in the head. Does that seem reasonable?
It does, but then the whole vast deference theory is kind of thrown out the window.
That's
He
a
wants
fun
kids of his
theory,
own.
and I don't want to lose
Yeah.
sight of that one. That is fun. He wanted to have more Petersons. She didn't want to.
Okay.
Should we have another beer?
I think we should. I don't want to hone in just on this guy, but just looking at him, it's starting to make me sick.
What's the scariest type of man?
Tall,
A man with nothing to lose.
big.
You know what the second scariest man is? A failed novelist. You ever have a buddy who like tried to write a book?
No, but I'm glad I don't.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Now it is time for your next piece of evidence. It just never gets old. That's
Do you have a quick moment here?
On and on and on in the land in Egypt.
Let that coochie breathe.
Let that coochie breatheth.
So, remember Elizabeth Ratliff?
Yes.
So she dies, accident, never investigate anyone.
Yes.
When this comes up in the context of Kathleen Peterson's murder, they say, another lady fell down the staircase and he was the last guy to see her? That's a little weird. So they dig up her body and they bring it to North Carolina and they do a second autopsy.
The body from Germany?
Yeah. When they redo the autopsy, they find it was actually a homicide. So they change their ruling of an accidental death, and you'll see there's diagrams of markings on the back of her head, similar to those that you might have seen on Kathleen Peterson.
Are the German authorities just kind of like lazy?
That's what I was gonna say. It seems like one says accident, one says homicide.
Right.
Like, which one do you believe?
You believe the American one. You've never been wrong about anything.
World War I.
World War II. Vietnam was technically a tie.
So,
Oh, no! I have a couple theories here, Cayson.
yeah, go for it.
Is there a chance that the American government was like, we need to find a solution to the Kathleen Peterson murder? Let's fudge the details a little bit and just
1000%.
say that Elizabeth Ratliff was a murder so that we can definitively say Michael Peterson is probably a murderer.
I'd say 1000%, because if we're putting ourselves in the shoes of the detective, this is like their prime suspect, and the coroners work very closely with the cops. They can be like, hey, just rule us a homicide. It's gonna help us out big time.
Notice the cracks on the back of Elizabeth Ratliff's head. 1, 2, 3, 4, mainly on the right side, 1 on the left. What do you notice on Kathleen's head?
It's mainly on the right, so there's one big one on the left, but outside of that, there's like 7 of them on the right side.
This is too similar to ignore. Oh my God, Cayson, look, damage to the back of the head, damage to the front of the head.
Almost in the same spot.
Now that Elizabeth's was ruled a homicide, and she shows similar injuries, and they both miraculously fell down the stairs, but show signs of foul play, and the only constant is Michael Peterson is at both of these things. You guys ever seen How I Met Your Mother? Ted Mosby goes, it's kind of like the guy who women keep showing up dead at the bottom of his stairs. Maybe it was an accident, but do you really want to hang out with that guy? He was like, I can't show blunt force trauma again, so I'm gonna actually push her down the stairs. She wouldn't come over, so he had to whack her with the blowpoke. Here's what doesn't make sense, Cayson. Why? Is it our original theory that he's trying to attain more Petersons?
I'm trying to think of a better theory, and I can't really come up with one. Elizabeth, we've all had bad neighbors, right?
Right.
Like, it's possible that they get a little mouthy, they complain to your landlord, almost get you evicted.
Right.
One would have a motive to be like, hey, stop complaining.
Oh, you like living upstairs so much, why don't I push you down them? Should we have another beer?
I think we should. We need another clue. And I'm starting to get thirsty. I spilled so much.
Willie! So, now it is time for your next piece of evidence. In your head, you're thinking, we got one suspect.
Right.
When are we gonna get a new suspect?
Yeah, thank you.
We just want the truth at the end of the day.
Ready?
Yeah, dude.
For the newest suspect?
It's gonna be like an animal. Beavers were in the house.
Like an animal with wings, like a bird or something.
There was a flying squirrel on the stairs. It was a sugar glider.
He flew down one of the 4 chimneys.
I knew it! I fucking knew it! What are the odds of that? That seems like...
I was very shocked when you started saying that, honestly.
I feel like we need like a moment to be like, that's... Maybe I saw it backwards, but I feel like...
I saw through it. I knew
You
it was,
knew
I
it
knew
was
it
an
was a
animal?
bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, I thought that was cool. Maybe I did see it.
A gentleman comes forward and he says, I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking at these scars and I'm thinking there's a lot of similarities to like an owl's talons.
Whoa.
Is it possible that Michael Peterson really is innocent? She didn't just fall down drunk, she was actually attacked by a barred owl. Bard.
I thought it was barn owl.
I think they both exist.
Who said that?
Guy who came forward as part of the defense of Michael Peterson.
Like a guy on the street, he was like, it could have been a barred owl.
He was an attorney though, so he had passed the bard.
I insist you skin me.
Skin me. Noggin.
That's our time! All right, what would be the owl's motive?
It's usually mice.
I'm not gonna rule out any impossibilities. The fact that she was killed by an owl inside her own home seems a little bit hard to believe. This is a 47-year-old woman, like great shape. She can fucking take out an owl.
How do owls win?
Claws.
The element of surprise. Anyone can beat an owl if you know it's coming. But if you don't know an owl is coming, it's like, it's gonna take you at least 5 seconds to figure out what's latched onto your head.
I mean, she's basically like the 1 seed and like a stocky 16 seed, like comes up on her. Like,
Yeah, like
in her
UNC
own- in her own
Wilmington
home.
just comes in like.
She like suplexed it and missed.
Yeah.
But wait, then the owl carcass would be there.
Unless the owl got away with it. He doesn't even need a window, he just needs a chimney.
And how many chimneys are there for it to get out of?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe being in a ground and pound with an owl.
I would fuck up an owl ground and pound.
I'm really enjoying spending time with you. This
You
is
too,
fun.
buddy.
Cheers to finding out who did it.
Cheers to finding out who did it. I won't rest until we find this guy or girl.
Or owl, or animal. Here's my guess. It was a cougar.
Willie!
I've heard a Roth is better than a 401k.
Yeah, because it's pre-tax.
And now it's time for our next piece of evidence. What we have here is a report about what they found as they investigated this theory of a barred owl. And you'll read in here that they actually found multiple feathers, which they believe to be that of a barred owl, in a clump of hair that was in her hand.
Oh my
Kathleen
God.
Peterson.
It's like a Lumineers song. Feathers in her hand.
Read this.
This paragraph, Kathleen Peterson's autopsy revealed 7 lacerations, including very deep ones in the back of her scalp and pine needles stuck to her hands, which both held clumps of her own hair. I know I've said this before. We can work with this.
And I hate to be committed to it.
Yo, rats!
Seems like an owl to me.
If you were accused of murdering your wife, you're on the phone with 911, and she's holding a clump of owl feathers, I feel like that would be something of mention.
I guess we don't know like the distance between time of death and like when he found her.
Right.
So it's possible the owl's still in the house.
Right.
In which case, Michael, watch your back. There's a loose, like mad owl
Blood
in
hungry.
the house.
Kathleen Peterson's autopsy revealed 7 lacerations, including very deep ones. What goes deep?
Owl talons.
I'm actually leaning more owl than ever before. How many talons are on an owl's feet?
How many talons does a griffin have? They probably have the same.
A griffin? Why are we working backwards?
Because I assume that buckbeak has the same number of talons as a common owl.
Let's say they have 8. It misses on 1, that would be 7. That's completely logical. Where has the owl been sitting all day? In a
attic.
pine tree. There's pine needles on his talons or her talons out. Female owls can give lacerations too. Oh,
Those look like talon marks, right?
That's
there.
literally, they're like, I don't know, it's shaped exactly like a bird talon. But I think he hit her with the blow stove.
My only qualm would be like, there's no blunt force with an owl.
The blunt force
Came
could be
from the stairs.
the stairs, or let me answer your question with another question. What kind of people become coroners?
Perverts.
Drifters, aimless people. We clearly learned from the initial German autopsy that coroners sometimes are just wrong. He was like, I got meatloaf at home, let's just chalk it up to a blunt force trauma. But in reality, talent. Also, her having all that in her hand implies that he was going to kill her. His way of getting out of it was framing an owl.
You've seen guys that can summon falcons?
Yeah, we got
Do we know, like, is this guy, like, invested in birds?
That's the best theory of the day. What do we always say? 2 things can be true at
the same
He
time.
could have been the murderer, but also his murder delivery method
His
was
henchman.
the owl. He's on the back patio with an owl. He's like, you don't want more Petersons? And she's like, who's that barred owl? His name's Mauricio and he's my best friend. You know what you are? Starts with a G, ends with a Nuss.
G units. Am I part of the G units? The 50 Cent crew?
Have you ever heard the G code? No. Me and my friends all tried to follow the G code when we were kids. And he said that you rock your chain outside the shirt because we stick to the G code. And we all just only had the necklaces that our parents gave us for like communion. And so we'd wear them outside of our t-shirts. And we'd be like, because we're following the G code. I live in Cape Elizabeth, Maine, but I'm strictly follow the G code. Should we use our Google on like, has there ever been a guy that's tamed owls?
We might need to save it because if you can tame a falcon, you can tame an owl. That's what they say.
If you can tame a falcon, you can.
Tame an owl.
You ever seen One Tree Hill?
Dude, Chad Michael Murray, probably top 5 hottest guys.
Do you want to see my Chad Michael Murray impression? My dad doesn't want me on the basketball team. I drive a tow truck and I like the girl with the curly blonde hair. And my hands are in my pockets like Bob Dylan.
Dude, Bob Dylan fucking sucks.
Wait,
Cheers.
are you on that same wave?
I hate Bob Dylan.
I hate Bob Dylan too.
I probably hate him for different reasons than you.
My English teacher, Mr. Phillips. Hey, Mr. Phillips, if you're out there, I think I was probably not a good student, but you were a dick to me, and you liked Bob Dylan, and so I'd never have liked any of his music because of you.
Bob Dylan. from Hibbing, Minnesota, went to the University of Minnesota, moved to Brooklyn, New York. Thanks to some big shot. You were not from New York, you were from Minnesota. Go fuck yourself. Don't forget where you came from.
Willie!
Willie, what do you got for us?
Are you ready for your next piece of evidence? Here. I'm just fucking with you. This one's a video from the local news in the same part of North Carolina. This was a news report that came out a few years after the murder.
Two people say they've been attacked 3 times in the past couple of weeks. Attacked, and the wild culprit is still on the loose. It's been happening outside of business on Highway 64 west in Apex, and as Bruce Mildorf explains, there's proof to back up the claims.
They got Mildorf.
It's hard to believe. I understand that.
I love this guy.
His face is scratched and bruised. Claims he was attacked outside his shop, and it hit me on the side of the head so hard it knocked me down. Chris Cox says he was a victim too. Right in the back of my head. I had no idea what hit me. Believe you were attacked by an owl. Unless you see it for yourself, which you can. This camera here captured the whole thing.
Oh, this is phenomenal.
As Chris and Byron are walking into the parking lot, you can see the owl fly
they're
in from
together.
the left side of the screen. Felt like somebody whacked.
Whoa.
Chris turned her.
Will's buddy Ben Phillips takes him legit bro status.
With his fists up, ready to fight. There was nothing there. It's gone. Chris was first attacked January 10th.
Oh my God. Damn.
Injuries earlier this week.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you see the way it caught and released? Do you think that it thinks that maybe like hair is like a mouse nest or something? I'm putting my life on the line here trying to fucking
oh my God, what if hair is a mouse nest?
I loved it.
Invisible curtain in front of Willie. Is there a world that the owl thought the hair was just like a mouse nest or something?
Byron thought he lost his eye. If you look down low, right there, was a tail and nothing closest an eye. They've talked to wildlife experts who can only speculate the owl is waiting in the shadows of the trees, protecting its territory. At this point in time, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. It's an endangered bird, it's federally protected. In the meantime, they wait for the experts to trap it. My girlfriend said she was going to make me wear a bicycle helmet to the office from now on. News Apex.
All right. I need to hurry because I keep forgetting my theories before I get over here. Have you ever seen the movie Hoot?
No.
It is about owls. There's a developer, and he's gonna build on top of these.
Yes,
You know what I'm talking about?
I have seen it.
And so there are these kids that go in to try and like.
There's an owl that lives there. They're gonna knock down the tree.
They're gonna kill the owl. What did the video say? These particular owls are protecting their territory. Is there a world where barred owls lived in these trees?
I mean, that looks like prime owl
That
territory.
looks, if I'm an owl,
Yeah.
that's the first fucking place I'm setting up camp. What do you do if you're a barred owl that lives in these surrounding woods?
You are gonna get vengeance.
Imagine you and I were cousins, right? We're sitting, we're having dinner, and just a house just fossilizes like half of our family. We're probably gonna kill that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna dedicate my life to making sure you're dead.
They're like, we're gonna wait until the window's open. The second that woman or husband is out there, we're gonna come in.
One thing I learned from Winnie the Pooh when I was growing up, the owl is the smartest guy in the entire forest.
Yes.
He wears glasses.
He's a graduation hat.
He's a college graduate.
He went to Duke.
Exactly.
Oh my God, he went to Duke. They're in Durham. Can we use our Google on, did the owl from Winnie the Pooh go to Duke?
He got an honorary degree after Pooh was huge, but nothing like real.
I wish I got an honorary degree after my poo is huge.
I don't even care if we find this guy. What did we say earlier? Two things can be true.
At the same time.
So maybe he did kill Elizabeth Ratliff, and then this was just like
coincidence?
Coincidence. He got away with this one, and this was God being like, yes, an owl killed Kathleen, but it's like karma for you getting away with this first one.
Maybe it was God interjecting, like, hey, you should have been guilty for this one. I'm gonna make you guilty for this. Willie would have to show me something shocking for me to not believe that this owl killed this lady. All right, give us something wet.
Who's ready for our 11?
This guy.
11.
Something wet.
What would you say is the one thing missing from this case?
I think a motive is probably.
Perhaps a gay prostitute.
Oh, I would love.
What do you think is missing in this case? We're both like a gay prostitute.
So What I have here is evidence of the testimony of this man whose name was Brent Wolgamott, and he says that he and Michael Peterson were exchanging conversations on the internet, and he had agreed to do the dirty with Michael for $150 an hour. And what detectives uncovered is that Michael Peterson had a lot of pornographic stuff on his computer. He had been soliciting male prostitutes. He had had a number of homosexual relationships.
And this has nothing to do with my own personal life. Like,
Yeah.
how easy is that for them to figure out?
On that night of December 8th, the night before the murder, Kathleen Peterson asked a colleague at her company to send a document via email to one of her husband's email accounts. So that means that she accessed his email the night before she died. And then when they went through his email, they found he was soliciting gay prostitutes. And so she logged into his email, presumably, and could have uncovered this information.
Oh my God.
The man went by Brad, the prostitute, and he offered doing the freaky for $150 an hour, although he actually ended up standing up Mr. Peterson.
It's like when Willie and I solicit.
Perfect timing.
I have theories. I have theories. I want you to prepare yourself for Wacky Town. What is just coming out right now?
9/11 just happened.
No, like this year, like in our lifetime, like, so there was the internet and that had just come out.
Chief Provider doesn't one.
AI, right? Every generation, there is a financial opportunity where if you invest at the right time, you are going to make life-altering money. Is there a world where Kathleen is comfortable with this life, but she's not comfortable if this house is 1,000,000 times the size and they come into hundreds of millions of dollars? So the internet had just come out. She's not even fazed by the fact that maybe he's soliciting people on the internet. She just is like, I don't like that he's so in touch with it.
Which she's mad not because of the whole gay prostitute thing, because he knows how to work the internet.
She's worried that he's invested in Microsoft. She's worried that he's invested in Bing.
Why would she be worried about that? This guy had over 400 pictures of naked men on his hard drive.
How naked are we talking? Are we talking Pooh Bear, tops on and bottoms off?
There's only one naked in my book, and that's full.
Oh my God, Cayson. Originally it was, he wants more Petersons. That doesn't make any sense at all. The motive was right in front of us the whole time. He's sitting on the back patio, drinking some vino.
He's listening to some Neil Young. His wife has just found his gay porn stash.
Your wife finds your gay porn stash, and it's like, I'm just looking for a heart of gold. In 2001, it was not super kosher, especially in the South, to be gay. She confronts him, sicks his owl on her. She dies.
Yeah.
He was like, perfect. Me and Brad can go back to like jorking it.
Exactly. On September 2nd, 2001, Peterson wrote, "You're not looking for a relationship, and neither am I. We each have lives. I know you do. With professional types who obviously can't afford a couple $100 to get off and maybe get degraded a little. Hey, I know a lot of guys like that myself."
Like, if you were gay, how much money would it cost you to get degraded? Can we use our one Google on what was $150 accounting for inflation in 2025?
That would be $274.04.
I would do a lot of things for $274. What's the one thing you wouldn't do?
Get degraded. This guy makes me sick.
This was like open and shut, right? Can you imagine the way that you die is your husband going, it's owl time? You ever heard about the shampoo effect?
No.
My friend Jake Jones claims he invented the shampoo effect, which is if you have drank the day before and you start drinking again, you will resume at the point that you left off.
How does that equate to shampoo?
I never got a straight answer out of him.
Willie!
No. Let her on.
I'm gonna go inside the coat. Inside the coat.
I brought this coat to a tailor, and I was like, I would like to get this tailored. And he was like, what do you want?
And now, for your final piece of evidence. For your last piece of evidence, you two are going to have a chance to interrogate Michael Peterson himself.
Hey, Michael. Detective Featherstone. This is my
Michael,
colleague.
Detective Ellinger, how you doing?
We're gonna do good cop, bad cop.
Okay.
We're on your side.
He's gonna be the good cop. I'm gonna be the bad cop.
Well, it could be either of us.
At any moment we could switch, and that's kind of just like up to us.
You served in Vietnam. What was your experience like?
Well, I mean, it was a fucking war. I didn't kill anyone that I'm aware of. It was a frightening endeavor, to say the least.
Did you make any enemies over there?
I don't think anyone on the other side liked me.
Was there any chance you were running kind of perpendicular to the crossfire and maybe vasectomy happened, maybe a hollow point snipped your bits?
How was your dick and balls?
I don't understand why I'm being question? Asking me if I had a vasectomy?
You don't understand why you're the only guy that was there.
This is about Kathleen?
What do you think it was about? So your dick and balls are fine.
Yes. God damn it, why do they have to keep doing this?
Why did you call 911 twice?
Kathleen and I had it was a cordless phone, and it would go out from time to time.
Calling on a sat phone? You think you're back in Nam?
The call dropped, and then I called back.
You called initially.
Yes.
Said she's still breathing.
Yes.
Right?
I got disconnected, and she was breathing. Got disconnected, I called back, and she wasn't.
Do you want to tell us about the German lady that fell down the stairs? And it doesn't seem like quite a coincidence that your wife also fell down the stairs.
As young as I can remember, people around me fell. Always. Do you remember slip and slides?
We've all had a slip and slide party that's gotten out of hand. No one puts the slip and slide down the stairs. That's what my mom always said.
Rule number 1, in the backyard, not on the steps.
Keep it flat. What's your stance on owls?
Well, we have a lot of owls in the neighborhood.
What are their names?
One was Maurice, one was Hoot, one was Beirut. But everyone I know always fell.
Who are other people that fell?
Slippy Stan.
Well, obviously Slippy Stan's gonna
Yeah, well,
be.
he knows
It's
that
like
he
it's
wasn't
in the
my
name.
He wasn't born with that name.
Can I ask you a question? Are you a dumb guy?
No, I wrote a book. Have you read my book?
I'm one of the few people that has read your book, actually. And guess what? A big pile of garbage.
Hey.
Where are we getting at with this?
Why was the blow stoke in your garage?
That's where it stays. We didn't want it anymore. It was a gift.
If you were gifted a blowpoke, you would keep it by the fire. No, you're
gonna use
not gonna
plastic.
put it in the attic, the garage.
We rarely had fires at the house.
Yeah, but you had a fireplace.
Sure.
You had 4.
Just because you have a fireplace doesn't mean you have wood.
So you're what? I think we're working with a dumb guy. I think that's kind of. You're telling me you get gifted a blowpoke and you're not going to display that proudly by the fireplace?
We had that blowpoke for about 10 years. Maybe it was at one time.
And you moved it to the
Yes, cobwebs.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. When did your wife find out that you were gay?
She knew I was bisexual. And we had a conversation that could I have sex with other people? Yes. A relationship? No.
We're all bisexual.
Yeah, we're guys.
Little-
Yeah, we're guys. We want to go to town on
bisexual.
each other. You know where I don't do it?
Yes.
The internet. I'm a little coward boy. I'm gonna do it on the internet. Meow, 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 meow. We had kind of just one follow-up question because you're not giving us anything at all. Did your book ever sell anything at all?
No, it didn't sell.
Might as well have been called Harry Potter and the Zero Book Sales. Episode 1.
Skinned me. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Nothing.
Did you guys get any of the emails with Brad?
Explain his emails.
Oh, Brad. I had some time on my hands and I sent an email to Brad and we were gonna meet up. We never did.
Did you think that your wife maybe found those emails?
Kathleen knew that I had bisexual relations.
Where were you on the night of December 9th?
I was outside by the pool.
And what happened with you and your wife?
After having 2 bottles of wine, I kissed her, said goodnight, nothing out of the ordinary, and that was it.
When you found her, was there anything in her hands?
Fur.
Is this a common problem people are facing in Durham?
Yeah, there's a lot of owls, and they attack. Owls are not friendly.
Why on the 911 call did you not say, my wife was attacked by a barred owl?
I didn't check her hands at the time.
Cayson, your wife dies. What's the first part of her body you check?
Hands.
And what do you find in there?
Owl fur.
And what else?
Hair.
And what else?
Pine needles.
Exactly. So you're either a dumb guy or an idiot. Which one are you?
Explain.
Maybe a little both.
We do the slamming.
Is there anything else?
You've been nothing to us.
I think you did it, and I'm gonna frame you if you didn't. Thank you very much, Detective Ellinger.
Pleasure meeting with you. We were doing kind of like a good cop, bad cop.
Yes,
bad
you
cop.
were good.
I was the bad cop.
You interviewed Michael Peterson. Fruitful?
Dirty guy.
The only thing we left with is that he's bi.
Well, now that you got that in your tool belt, it's time to make your final accusations, your final guess as to who committed this crime. Then you'll find out what the law found, and we'll see how closely it matches up, or if your altered state maybe unlocks something new.
I have a theory. This land used to be a sanctuary for barred owls. This house gets built. These owls are smart. They're notoriously smart. And they spend years kind of plotting against us. They wait for an open opportunity. The owls swoop in and they're waiting for Kathleen Peterson. He goes to grab her with both of his talons, but one doesn't connect. That explains why there's only 7 instead of 8. This was God's way of teaching Michael Peterson a lesson because he did kill Elizabeth Ratliff back in Germany. That explains the owl lands on her head. She goes, grabs it. She grabs micro feathers and her own hair when she's trying to get it off her scalp. And then she falls down the stairs. That explains the blunt force trauma and that my name's Rufus and that's the truthist.
I love it. I am like almost identically on board. My only addition to this would be the motive of our boy Michael Peterson here too. This girl Elizabeth died. He got off scot-free with like mere cuts on her head. He sees the autopsy. He's like, you know what? Not enough cuts. She could have survived and then they would have found him out. He's like, guess what? I need to have an assassin with me to make sure that the stairs do it justice the next time. They're having wine on the back patio, great night. He's like, hey, by the way, I stumbled across some of your emails. It seems like this guy named Brad you're pretty friendly with in like a gay sex way. And he's like, yes, I am. She's like, you know what? I'm not cool with that. I'm gonna take all of her kids. He's like, no, I need my kids because I need the Peterson name to live on. Hires his owl, who he's been training for, cases just like this, has him fly through the window, claws the back of her head, goes down the stairs, and then she's dead with a mere owl to blame. He's got no evidence on her, no blood on his hands, just like he planned.
So the real difference is that he did still kill his wife.
He sent the owl to kill his wife, so they're both
you
guilty.
think the owl was doing it as of like a karmic like revenge thing for the murder in Germany. But other than that, I think you guys are pretty aligned on what happened.
I forgot, the owl also was like ultra conservative.
Yeah, all right, now we'll take our seats. Whoa. So you guys made your conclusions. Now I think it's time to figure out what the real detectives came to. Michael Peterson was found guilty of murder, went to jail, then he appealed it, and they won the appeal. So they had to redo the trial. And in the retrial, he entered what's called an Alford plea, which is basically you admit that the evidence is so bad that you could be convicted, but you don't admit to actually doing the crime. So you're saying like, I will face punishment for this, but I'm not saying I did it. I just know that there's so much evidence against me that I wouldn't win in court.
But that seems fair that we have that. Like,
Yeah,
I think that could
it's like
come
you
in
get
handy.
An easier
everyone.
sentence. We're like, I don't think I'm gonna win the case, but I didn't do it, and I'm not gonna admit. Based on his sentencing for that plea, he was released on time served already. So he is now a free man.
Like, how many years was he sentenced to?
The agreement he reached when he made the plea was 8 years. He was sentenced to life in prison, then he got out, and with his plea was 86 months, and that was time served.
Putting ourselves in his shoes. You killed your wife. 8 years is like the amount of time your child's in like middle school. Like, that's like almost no time.
Where does your kid go to middle school?
Yo, what are you looking for?
Looking for clues.
What?
Oh, perfect. Here's one. Says there's no better place to be during March matchups than Vegas. This year, college basketball fans can win a VIP trip to the Court of Legends event featuring the Cavender twins. That sounds epic. Simply place sports bets and your position on the leaderboard will determine if you win one of the 25 grand prize packages. Just sign in on your BetMGM account, opt into the promotion, then start placing sports bets of at least $10 to climb the leaderboard. This is insane. Make this March one to remember. Join the Court of Legends leaderboard and make it legendary. That sounds boss.